More than 7,000 people have signed a petition to save a stock car and banger racing track near Redruth. United Downs Raceway has been operating on land owned by Cornwall Council for 50 years.
Now, though, it's been told its lease will end in October and the site could be used for a geothermal project instead. Charlotte Gay reports.
It's a motorsport that attracts up to 1,000 spectators on race days. Stock car and banger racers from the age of 7 to adults have been using this track at St Day since the 70s. Raceway promoter Crispin Rosevere says they thought they'd secured a lease from Cornwall Council for another 10 years, but now they've been told they'll have till October.
I think it would be devastating because the nearest circuit's over 120 miles away. It's just unfeasible to expect that people from Cornwall to have to travel. That's going to be a 5-hour round trip to get to another circuit to be able to compete and race.
Aspiring Formula One driver 12-year-old Katie from Helston had just got her own mini stock car ready to race. She now fears she won't be able to.
I'd be really disappointed because the whole racing team is a big community at St Day and we'd have to travel up to a further different racetrack.
Alfie Tompkins from Roach comes from a family of stock car racers. This is him in action at United Downs. He says he'd be sad to see it close.
It was my first track that I ever raced at in both formulas that I have raced. It has been my favourite track and it's just very unique.
In a statement, Cornwall Council says it's working with the Raceway to help identify other suitable potential sites for their business after October. It also says it's looking at low-carbon and sustainable alternative uses for the site, one of which could be this. The Cornish Geothermal Distillery Company wants to build a rum cask maturation facility on the site, currently used by the Raceway. It'll use renewable waste heat and power from the nearby geothermal power plant. The project includes a biome and visitor centre, and it's expected to create 30 jobs. It's also submitted plans for a much smaller research centre opposite the track. The Raceway supporters say they're worried they won't find another location if the rum facility is approved.
It's not just the stock car racing. The stock car racing is perhaps the public front of what happens here, but the other events that happen here for the Land Rover clubs, the motorcycle clubs and the community projects, it's more than just a stock car circuit. This is a big area which facilitates many different events, and the community doesn't want to lose it just for the sake of a rum warehouse.
The land is also part of Cornwall's Mining World Heritage Site, and UNESCO is carrying out its own report into the potential impact of the rum facility on the landscape before plans are considered. Whatever planning decisions are made, supporters of the Raceway say they'll continue to campaign to be allowed to stay on the site they've used for 50 years. Charlotte Gay, ITV News.